What up, y'all? It's your boy. This is the EJ and Friends show. At this point, um, I don't even know if I would have called it not Coach Tomlin show no more, man. Damn, man, damn, my boy is gone.
Yeah.
I had to pour. I had to pour one. I mean, I pour one up usually because it's chill. Pour one up for my boy Mike today. So like, I feel like obviously the game just happened last night, so this happened real quick. You know what I mean? So um, obviously this is something that was I feel like we all felt it was coming one way or another. Um, I know I did. You could just tell it just felt different. Like, just like this was about to be the end of it. 19 years is one of them things. You know, it has to happen at some point, but still don't feel good when it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it felt for me, at least, man. But I guess Cody, I want to start with you because Mitch, I know you kind of already knew, but I want to know, Cody, I want to know your initial thoughts when it first happened, when you first got the news.
So you want to know my thoughts on when we heard the news from Tomlin?
Yeah,
Uh, Sad, man. Like it is a sad day, and like the people that are like super happy and celebrating it, like I can kind of understand, I guess, but I'm not that type of person or fan. I consider those people fanatics and not true fans. Because yeah, the past 5 years, maybe a little bit more, have been rough, especially the past five. But that doesn't mean what he did to the Steelers. You can totally negate the previous years. You know what I mean? Um,
absolutely.
what he
Hmm.
brought to the franchise was similar to Chuck Noll. I mean, I don't know that for a fact because I wasn't able to watch the Chuck Noll years. I'm not that old, but like from hearing about him and going back and maybe watching clips and highlights from those teams and seeing how those teams were built, and then seeing how Cowher came in and he kind of did a similar thing Chuck Noll did, but did his own. And I think Tomlin kind of did that. Because now when you think about the Steelers franchise, it's not just one of those guys; it's all three, and Mike Tomlin has earned a spot without a doubt at that table with them. And we've talked about this before, and I'm just going to reiterate it. Obviously, as for black coaches to come into sports, it's tough for them to keep their jobs. Like it's almost like they gotta win now or they're out. Um, so for Tomlin to come in, especially after Tower leaves and what he did for the Steelers, winning the Super Bowl, there was even more pressure on him. Being a black coach coming in, he's got to win now, and that's what he did. Uh, yeah, he was gifted, Ben Roethlisberger and a couple, that defense, but he still had to come out and win games. And the added pressure, he lived for that. In my opinion, he excelled in that sense, and like I said, what he brought to the team was his own mentality, and the players loved it. As I don't think there's a former player or player now that's ever going to say anything bad about him. Um, the fan base shouldn't have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, right.
Overall, like yeah, I know, but we really
They can't.
shouldn't.
They
But
had
it
nothing.
really does come
They
down
couldn't
to
help
that.
themselves, man. The fans
Yeah,
that
and what
have
I
always wanted him gone, they was crying for him, screaming for him to be gone from day one. You
No,
know,
absolutely. And
unfortunately,
I I think in sports, like for some reason I think fan bases want like such like a toxic breakup between a coach and their team. And that doesn't have to be the case every time. And I'm happy that Tomlin went out on his terms. And I think I already told you guys this. It's like he went out on his terms and his ego didn't get in his way, which it never has. And that kind of just shows the coach that he's been throughout these 19 seasons. And I'm just happy it wasn't the Steelers' decision. And it was like, hey, I think it's best that we move on from each other. And the Steelers respected that and let that be, So I don't have anything bad to say about him. There's no bad turmoil for this part of the fan base. It's sad,
hmm
but it was needed. He needed a change. The Steelers needed a change, and it was just time. Almost 20 years. Salute to him, and that's my thoughts on him overall. And congrats to him on an incredible 19 seasons and surpassing what probably a lot of people thought he'd ever do with this franchise.
No doubt, man.
like that.
No doubt. Mitch, what are your thoughts, man?
Um, it was weird for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was coming from
Yeah.
last week, but it still didn't make it any better. Like you know what I mean. It still, I thought I'd be like, okay, I already knew this was coming, but it still felt like it was a shock and like, yo, what the fuck? Like you know what I'm saying. That's how it
Yeah.
Yeah.
felt. And and now I got like this what now? You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah.
he been
Yeah.
around so
Absolutely.
long. You know what I'm saying? And then even for me, I know I'm a lot older than y'all. I was around for the Chuck Noll. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when he left. It was, and I was younger, but it still felt kind of odd. When Kyler
Hmm.
left, though, it really felt odd. I was
Hmm.
like,
Yeah,
what are
that
we about to
chin.
do? You know, yeah,
Yeah.
you know. But that's what you used to seeing. That's what been around for all that time. So when Tomlin came in, it was like cool. First of all, I was like, damn, we got a black coach. You know what I'm saying? That was the
Word.
first thing.
Yeah.
After it started going on, I was like, okay, this is good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
we really about to be something. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, to Cody's point, listening to some of this fan base, bro, is not surprising, but it's asinine.
Right.
Like you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? It's like, bro, y'all don't appreciate stuff when it's good, but we could potentially have some bad days coming.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder how that's gonna go. You see what I'm saying? I wonder how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Cause there's some, and I think y'all know some of the people I'm talking about. There's some particular ones. If it do get bad, I'm intrigued to see how they talk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how they talk
Yep.
Absolutely.
and all that. But you know what? I ain't even gonna get on them. I'm not gonna waste my breath on them.
Yeah. It's like
Mike
the
Tomlin was
bad
a great
days.
coach.
Mike Tomlin's worst days was 500 record.
That's the worst
Yeah.
His
day.
worst days was a
And I was
500
That's what
record.
I'm saying. People were preying on his downfall from when he first got in. That's just why.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just a fact of what happens with black coaches in any sport. Like for some reason, people just don't want to see them succeed. Like they can't wait for them to start fumbling and be like, "We got to get this guy out of here." You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think this whole thing with Tom kind of proved that as well.
But you know what though? It's not. I don't even think it's just that, Cody. I think that's what sports overall. No one's patient
Yeah,
no more. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Yes, good point. Good point.
Even to
It's the
what
microwave
players, bro.
society.
Yeah, they think everything's supposed to happen just like that. And
Hmm.
I'm quick to say, what happens to player development? You know
Yeah,
that
Hmm.
thing actually exists, right? Like certain things exist. You gotta develop guys. Some guys not gonna get it right off. We done seen plenty of players across the league, across sports, who've been in the league 2 or 3 years. Maybe they get a different coach or different scenery and they take off because they're in the right
Yep.
system, the right coaching. And I feel like with Tomlin, even the guys that he let go. They don't even have nothing to say about him. It's about
yeah,
being
Hmm.
being a coach, and then it's being a leader of men. There's some tears there that I think everyone don't realize that he was more than a football
yeah,
coach.
Yep.
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
definitely.
I only got a little insight because I know some of the family, but we lost a solid guy. You see what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah,
just
Sure.
about the coach. I lost a solid guy, but I'm happy for him though. I'm actually happy for him. I'm happy
yeah,
Yeah.
for him. I'm intrigued to see who we gonna hire next. I really am.
Yeah. I'm gonna run down the list. I'm gonna run down the list in a minute, but
Y'all saw my
definitely
list. Y'all saw my list, right?
that's been that's been the thing always, man. When people are like, "Yo, he got to go," and I'm like, "For who?"
Yeah,
Nobody's
hmm
ever
always.
had a real, actual, solid answer. That who gonna be who gonna do it? Who gonna take the roster that we have right now and do a better job at it than what Mike
yeah,
Tomlin has
Right,
done? Like, tell me who you can see right now that be like, "Yo, so and so was coaching this team. It would be like, nah,
and that's a
right?"
lie.
And so,
When they say that, that's a lie. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
there's no actual answer. So like now we gonna see. You know what I mean? We're gonna see. And the way the roster was constructed and being piecemealed with vets and things of that nature. When you talk about player development, I think
Mhm.
that's kind of where Colbert and Ben cuffed us and
Stunners,
jacked us
yeah,
up
yeah.
for, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because over the years we've had to like drag over the hill guys in and try to plug them in. Because when Tomlin got this team from Cowher, he had a very, very strong veteran presence in the locker room
Yeah.
that helped
In a
that helped the
very young
transition
Ben.
out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He had a young Ben, a young
Yeah.
stud of a quarterback with obviously Bus was there. No, Bus left. Bus retired.
Yeah,
Um,
Bussy was gone,
but
but
we
we
had
had the rest of the
Willie
locker room solid.
Willie was there, but and then you got Mendenhall a couple years, but the whole locker room was like the culture had already been established, but Mike was
Mm-hmm.
able
Hmm.
to add his own emphasis on it all too, which was awesome. And then they missed on a bunch of them drafts, man. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, yeah,
as far as player development goes, we wasn't even able to just sustain that veteran presence. You know what I mean? Out of them
Yeah.
top guys.
yeah.
That's why Cam get all the credit in the world to me because Cam, you know what I mean? Cam been through it all. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
They
and
don't
you
talk.
know
They
One
don't
TJ
talk
thing.
came.
about. They don't talk about a lot of these guys that Tomlin brought to this organization. Helped bring to the organization. That's locked.
Yep.
That's like mainstays. Cam being one of them. TJ being
Mhm.
one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We just got Joey Porter Jr. We didn't get him in the first round. We got him in the second, and everybody knew
Yeah.
Mhm.
at the time he was a first round talent. Like we
Yep.
stole a pick from the Chicago to get him. That was a steal
Yep.
Mhm.
for Claypool.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's
What?
just
Like it was a lot.
it's as the turnover started to happen, we could see it a few years ago. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
honestly it started after that Jaguars loss in the playoffs when we
Yep.
was like 13-3 or something like that.
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
yo, shoot, we looking all right. And then they dropped like 40
Yeah.
something on us at home. And I was like, oh man, like if we can't do it right now, like I don't know when it's gonna happen. And then that's
Yeah.
when Le'Veon sat out and then AB started wilding and then it was just like but Ben had
I was
become a
thinking.
tyrant. Ben became a tyrant to me in my mind.
Yeah.
It might not be what happened, but that's what I saw. I feel like I
Yeah.
saw Ben started like,
Yeah.
Mm.
and he really Ben ran the organization for like 3-4 years after that. To me,
I felt
that's what
like
it looked like to me.
Colbert let that happen. I
Right, Colbert let
always
it happen.
always pin I always pin that on him because if he get his hands on Ben and set it right, because he the GM, he can set it right,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he never did. And then when he made that comment that time about
yeah.
him
It's
being
just
the
Ben and
adult, there's
52
a whole bunch.
kids.
Yeah, man, I was like, how you gonna tell a bunch of grown men that? I know me. I had a problem with that. Like, you know, like, how you gonna
Yeah,
call me a child? But I'm a grown ass man. I'm in this locker room too.
Yeah.
yep.
You know what
And
I
they
mean?
let
So
Ben run wild as a kid too. You know, we could be real about it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Him on a
yeah,
motorcycle, wilding and all that. And then
Yeah.
obviously the two allegations that I don't probably true, unfortunately. But they just let a lot of they let Ben do whatever, man. It is what it
Yeah.
uh,
is. And he handcuffed us at the end of his career when he should have been let go like 3 years before that. And that messed up the whole draft positioning and all of that stuff too.
yeah,
And that's where, you know, Mike, as the head coach, he can only do so much about that. If Colbert's saying, nah, this is what's going on, you know what I mean? So, like, that part
Yeah.
slowed us up, I think, because that crop of years was when we had opportunities to possibly get the new quarterback coming in. And then there's just been so many things that have happened because I am a firm believer Dwayne Haskins would have been something for
I
Pittsburgh.
thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought so. That was
Um,
sad. My I had relatives that knew Dwayne Haskins. You know, he's
yeah,
much much
he from out
older.
there, right?
Yeah, he's from Capitol Heights around here, and
Yeah,
it was bad. Like when he passed, that was bad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because I really thought I was like, man, Haskins he can be a guy.
Hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? He could be a guy. If he wasn't gonna be the guy for the future, at least could have got us through like a couple of years.
I
You know what I'm
believed he
saying?
was going to be the guy. Like he had somebody that he had a head coach that actually wanted him in the building. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, in terms of development goals, he was going to get a couple years to get it right. Um, and then after that, we drafted Kenny. I think Haskins died, and then we drafted Kenny Pickett like
We
Yeah.
kind
that
of like we
same
kind
the
of
same
like
month or
boxed
something
in.
like that.
We kind of boxed in to do that one, and man,
Yeah, and
I wish
like I was excited for Kenny Pickett because I was like, you know, he's a U Pitt dude and this, that, and the third, but that didn't work out. Mitchell Trubisky, like then we just started doing dumb shit, and it's like let's just try to plug him in because and then it's just been plug and play now. So
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a Mike thing. I think Aaron was a Mike thing. I think Mike, there was like, Mike, what do we do? And he was like,
Yeah, I
I want
agree.
to play with Aaron. Get Aaron in here. Like that's my,
Oh
that
man,
was like
hey,
a
I got a story for that one. I got a story
please.
for that one. He all right. So all right, two things. The Mitchell Trubisky joint, I got cussed out behind that one. his brother cussed. His brother cussed me out for not liking that pickup. I made a whole video, had a whole little
Nah.
song. I was like, bruh, this is trash, right? He called me
Trash
say
ass.
he's called me and said, motherfucker, you overreacted. That's exactly what he said to me. I was like, I might be overreacted. 4 weeks in, he called me back and told me, get this Bama out of here. And that was the next thing he said. But
Yeah,
Kenny Pickett, man, I kept saying
that was a huge swing and a miss, man.
I said we should draft Kenny Pickett. He's the pick
Man,
guy, man.
I've
He's
you
the
know what's
never,
guy,
I've never
man.
crazy?
been fooled so.
I was like Kenny Pickett. Then I saw Malik Willis at the pro days and all that stuff. I was like, oh, we could get Malik then. We could go get Malik. And then we drafted
Hold
Kenny,
on.
and I was like, all right, we got Kenny anyway.
Yeah,
I
but then
didn't
you
trust
remember
him.
how
I
Kenny
didn't trust
was.
him.
Kenny in the preseason was like, "Oh, Kenny looked great in the
He was
preseason.
all
He
pro.
fooled us." Yeah, he was all pro in the preseason, and then when the
That's
lights came
hold on.
on, it was a little bit too bright.
Yeah,
And
finish the story, Mitch.
in his defense and Haskins' in defense, y'all remember who the offensive coordinator was? Do y'all
Yes,
remember who the
yes,
OC was? That's a problem.
It was Canada, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
Oh,
God,
Canada
And
yeah.
Dry. Yeah.
that's the issue for
Oh,
me is
Canada
that
Dry is
that's
good.
the issue. The issue for me with Kenny was, yeah, he didn't have an OC. The O line was pretty trash, real bad at that point. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so he didn't get an opportunity to develop at all.
No, I didn't.
And then, but like, I don't know that Arthur Smith would have developed him either. You know what I mean? So
No,
like,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Nope.
So now, what are you guys thinking about like this whole Will Howard situation? Because he's kind of like, I know Mason's there, but like, do the Steelers really give him a fair
so that's
shot?
what
Because
I
Come
had a
on,
list of
Will.
the guys. Yeah.
Mm.
So I had a list of for one, man. I would love for them to give Will Howard a chance,
yeah, me
but
too.
we know how things generally go when head
Yeah,
coaches come in. They want to kind of get their
God.
guy and bring them in, or they come in. The head coach comes in with an OC and they're like, who we thinking, and then they want to go get their guy. So
yeah,
I don't know what it's going to look like. Are we going to get another piecemeal veteran that comes in on a 2-year deal and tries to bridge some gap of some sort, and then we just fall into the same space that we always fall into? Oh, it won't be
yeah,
the same. It won't be the same one though, because it'll be a different coach. So like, they
yeah,
could blame. Who can they blame now, right? Because it's just
exactly.
like everybody want to look
They
at
still
Mike,
gonna blame Mike Tomlin.
but see that's what that's what these fans is gonna miss because Mike, no matter what, Mike said, nah, 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 it's me, it's
He
all
fell on the
me,
sword. He
it's
fell on
all
the
me,
sword
no
for
matter what,
everybody.
it's all me. And
Yeah,
he's like, no, 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 don't look at nobody else, it's all me, that's me, that's me. That's what Mike did. Look at me, blame me for it, and he took the blame for it all. So we're gonna see if the next guy come in and that's what they do. Okay, right, but not everybody got it like that.
did did you guys see this idiot Colin Coward what he said the Steelers should do?
What'd
I
he say?
just saw it. I just saw it like 20 minutes ago, and he said that the Steelers have all these draft picks. He goes, "We should trade 6 picks to get Ty Simpson. To trade him to get Ty Simpson." And I was like, "Bro,"
Hell no.
All right, so
I
look,
Hey,
go,
hey,
I'm gonna
look.
run
Hey,
down the
"Idiot."
list.
can I
I'm
say
gonna run
something
down the
real
list of the
fast?
guys for y'all. Go ahead,
Can I say something real
before I run
fast?
this list down. Go ahead.
Hey Cody, that all right. Him in particular.
I already know.
When it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, I would never listen to him. He says
Yeah,
the
he's brutal.
absolute dumbest things about us, and
Yeah,
he
Don't do me a
always
favor.
ends
Don't
up
ever
wrong.
say his name ever again on this
Bro,
podcast. All right.
hold on. Did a couple almost about 5 years ago? It was 4 or 5 years ago. It wasn't the COVID years after that. 4 or 5 years ago, he did a prediction in the AFC North. He had the Baltimore Ravens finishing 16-0.
that's
Can't
hilarious.
remember exactly what year that was, but Baltimore didn't win the division. We did,
Yeah, it
and
was the last time we won it since this year. Yeah,
yeah. So
2020.
so So I was like, 16-0. We supposed to win 6 games that year, according to him. We supposed to win
Yeah.
6 games that year. We supposed to be 6-10. Cleveland was supposed to finish second in the division, and us in Cincinnati was supposed to be at the bottom. I was like, yo, what is wrong with him? He
Yeah.
just
Hey
don't
man,
like us, I
them
guess.
dudes get on TV. Them dudes get on TV. Producers is like, yo, say the most outlandish stuff. We got to clip it up so we can throw it on the internet. You know, virality is what's going to get all the eyes on
No,
you.
yeah, of
You
course.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, they be
I just
tripping,
got a
man.
good chuckle out of it because I
I
was
just
like,
in my mind, I'm like, there's no way these guys really believe what they say. You know what I mean? Shady be
yeah,
doing that. I think Shady just really just. I think
Do
Shady's just
y'all
dumb.
like Ty Simpson like that?
So
Not
no,
enough
I
to
don't.
not enough to do what he's saying. I'm just saying, do y'all like him?
I
Because
don't. I
no.
don't.
I don't either. Yeah, but okay.
I
So
don't like
look,
this QB draft period. That's why I'm saying
right.
let's give Will
So
Howard a shot
I'm gonna
because
give you some of the top guys that they're saying, right, in terms of like the profiles. Obviously, Mendoza, Dante Moore, Ty Simpson, the kid from
Mhm.
LSU. What's his name? He got hurt, I think. Nussmeyer.
Nelson Meyer.
Yeah.
yeah,
Carson Beck is like 28 years old, so it's time for him to come out.
yeah,
No.
The kid from Oklahoma, Mateer. He might be. I don't know if he's staying or going.
yeah. Haven't get
He's
announced
not
yet.
a good thrower of the football. He's not a good thrower of the ball.
Yeah,
He's a gamer. He's a gamer, but he's not accurate at all. The kid from Clemson, Klubnik,
No. No.
yeah,
Klubnik. That's a no for
No.
me.
Mm-mm.
The kid from Penn State, what's his name? Aller.
Hell no.
yeah. Hell
That's a
no.
Hell
big,
Yeah,
no.
that's a big no for me. And then the kid from Ole Miss that just played that he got denied. His appeal got denied.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like him.
Chambliss. He's the only one that I'd be like, yo, we could go get him in a second or third. I think
Probably
I
unless
don't think
third.
there's
he'd be there.
unless
I would imagine third or fourth. Honestly, I don't think he's going to
Who y'all
go
talking about?
like.
Younger from Ole Miss?
Yeah,
Trinidad.
He not
I
gonna be
think he'll
there.
be there in a second. I think he'll be there at the end of the
I
second.
think so. I don't think
I think
so.
he would.
But the kid from Oregon though, all right. So what I read was that he was going back to school. If he's
Yeah,
coming
he
out in
might
the
go back.
draft,
he
if he
needs
coming
to
out in
after
the
that
draft,
last performance.
yeah. But Indiana is a little different.
No,
Yeah,
no, I get it. I get it. You
Yeah,
still got to come out and perform if you're the quarterback of the like he was supposed to be the first quarterback drafted, and you come out and throw a stinker like that.
yeah,
You can't
yeah.
have that happen. You know.
yeah.
But everybody will let it slide because it was Indiana. But check this out though, right? Because I heard that since Mike stepped down, that the Steelers still own the rights to him. So if any
Yep.
team wants him,
2027.
that it has to be a trade, right? Like kind of like Sean Payton. So
Yeah.
so that means so Dante Moore, for example, he's who I'm thinking of. He probably will be one of the top guys coming out if he stays for another year.
Mm-hmm.
One of them teams that's going to be probably ass again. They want a head coach. They want to trade for Mike. We could get one of them top picks and get one of them
Yeah, but what are
guys.
we gonna do with that top pick?
Dante.
What are we gonna go for? Or, like,
So I'm saying I would not like. I know the draft is in Pittsburgh, and the allure of drafting your new quarterback would be great. I want to roll Will Howard out there for a year. Hold on, I want to give him a chance. I don't think they're really going to give him a chance. I would love for them to give him a
no,
chance,
I don't think so either.
but I don't think they're going to give him a chance.
Yeah.
But what if there's a situation where we're looking at the Jets? Aaron Glenn has another 2 and 15 year or something like that, and they're like, all right, well, we gave him 2 years. We're done with him. We want to go get Mike Tomlin. He's ready to come back. Or the Giants. The Giants could be the same thing. We gave somebody a chance and they stink, and they want to trade. They want to trade a top 3 pick over, and one of these guys is available.
That's a big what if. I'm
It is
only gauging this on
because
what was told to me.
I'm only saying that because the 27 draft is looking a little bit better, somewhat
No,
than
I'm
the
not saying
26
it's
draft
because of the draft. I'm saying it's because Mike Tomlin
because
might not coach
you
again.
know what you know. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he might not coach again. Like that's a real possibility. So, hey man, especially they throwing some bread at him to do TV, like some real
Yeah,
yeah,
bread. So I mean, I can see like how Bill Cowher did. I can see a similar thing with Mike
yeah.
Tomlin. I can
yeah.
see that.
I can see that too. He's
Hey,
got the
Pitt, get Bill Cowher
personality.
back on the phone. Let's get Cowher back.
Man,
Yeah,
I know he not coming back.
Bill
yeah.
Cowher come
No,
Loving
I
back
his
with
know, I
life
know.
right
I'm
these
just
now. He be
these
loving
new
his life right
little
now,
kids.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, get these little kids out of here. Yo, but
Right,
so I
right.
feel I got a sick sinking feeling in my stomach that the Steelers are gonna try to go get another veteran quarterback that's gonna stink it up for a year at least.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I
If it's Kirk Cousins,
and,
I'm
and
out.
the person
Malik.
I feel bad for, the person I feel bad for out of all of this is Mason Rudolph because
Yeah, for sure.
leading up to it all, he was getting them one reps like he was gonna be that guy, right? And
Yeah,
and then it was like I know he's probably told like we waiting on a call from Aaron, you know what I mean? But he's kind of just glossed over all the time. I know he had his chance in Tennessee and he stunk it up and he came back. Cool. But if the idea is that let's say the Steelers don't draft a quarterback in this draft and they're waiting for the next draft to possibly draft a quarterback because they don't want to give Will Howard a chance. Give Mason a
You are
chance.
let him battle up, let him battle it out for the spot.
Yeah, yeah. Let them
I,
yeah,
battle it out. I don't want
yeah,
to see
I
Jimmy
would like to see
G.
that.
I don't want to see. I
yeah,
don't want to see them trade for Kyler Murray. I don't want to. They talking about Tua, Kirk Cousins,
yeah.
Mariota, Kyler.
Nah,
Like,
hey,
what do we?
Malik
Tyrod
Willis,
Taylor. Like, what are we doing?
All these
Malik
guys
Willis.
are that you just named are just going to do the same system as we've been doing, and that's just like check downs and quick passes. Like they're not adding anything different. So that would be so super silly of Pittsburgh to do if they do that.
Yeah,
Malik Willis,
I like
Malik
Malik.
Willis could be Malik Willis could be something. I think that's all depending on what coach we bring in. Also, like
Yeah,
you know what I
because
mean. And they
then what
keep
are we
talking
doing
about this
for the
stuff with Matt
draft?
LaFleur that I'm not really 100% sure on yet. Because I'm like, what's really going on? Like Adam Schefter said earlier, he said they've been supposed to be re-signing him for the last 2 days. He's like the fact that haven't happened in 2 days make them feel like he might get he might slide up out of there, and
Hey,
then LaFleur get
the
out
way
of
they
there,
lost
man.
that game on Saturday, man. I don't know. That's something that they're gonna look at for real. I know they probably will. 21-3. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
one of them games you're supposed to close out in the playoffs.
Yeah,
But the
he a
but the
good coach
Steelers
though.
the Steelers been linked to Mike LaFleur. What you think about Mike?
indifferent as I am with a lot of coaches that could be on the table. Honestly,
Right. Yeah. So let me get to the list. I
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
about to
hear
say
it.
go. I thought you were gonna say the
Just a
list.
just a yes or no, and then
Okay.
we could kind of go from there. So Brian Flores,
Yes.
yes,
that's a yes for me as well. Jesse Benter,
Hell yeah.
no,
You don't like him? I love him. He a Michigan guy, so for me it's biased. But
yeah, by yes. That's I get it. I get it.
yep. Clint Kubiak.
Uh,
hell yeah.
No, I'm not. You're loving this list right now, so don't. As far as the first three people, you're just like, come on, you come.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna be more particular because I want to make sure we get the right guy. So we keep going with the list, and then we can
Okay.
Clint my
like
guy
dissect
though.
it a little bit.
Clint my
All right.
favorite
So
offensive guy.
I gave you the top three. I gave you like the
Okay.
probably what I would consider to be probably the best
Okay.
option there. Robert Saleh.
No.
We already seen what he could do as a head coach, and I'm not. I'm not. No.
Chris Shula. That's a legacy coach right there.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's young and
Uh,
he's pretty good.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle.
I'm in the
Yeah,
middle,
he
but I'm gonna lean a little more the year. But I'm kinda like I think I seen his work. He even put down some
okay.
good stuff so far, bro.
Yeah. So and then these two gonna be probably a little bit sour, but give me yes or no anyway. Harbaugh and Stefanski.
No and no.
No. Yeah. No and no. I mean, no.
I know y'all
We
heard the
can't. We can't
Ravens
have our
coach.
rival. We can't have the rival come in and coach and coach it. No, that's no.
Y'all saw the Baltimore thing, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
That was funny. Yeah,
That's
that was
hilarious.
funny. I needed that laugh
Man,
today. That was a good one. He's like,
this is
The
holy
this
well, a
is
lot,
shit.
and the name that's been thrown around a lot that I've seen is what's his name from Notre Dame, Freeman.
yep.
I don't want no college coach. Me and my
I
opinion.
don't I don't either. The only reason is Steelers have a history of signing younger coaches, and they've
Yeah.
worked out. I mean, We've gone
Yeah,
3-0 with signing young coaches, so I get it. But I wouldn't be like super giddy about.
I'm good on him in that whole
Hire.
fake hairline, man. I'm
Yeah,
good on him in the fake hairline.
Not the freak
The
hairline.
Beijing, you got the Beijing going on. I don't like it.
you're sick, dude.
I don't like it, yo. It's sick. You
The
too
curly
like,
fro, the curly high top might freeze in the cold over there, man.
yeah.
You know.
That Pittsburgh, you know, what I mean, get cold and frosty, then your hairline just start the dew
Yeah,
start. You know what I mean?
Glistening.
Yeah, you ain't.
that's so
Nah,
funny,
bro.
yo.
Nah. So then this name is always being thrown around because he's a Pittsburgh guy. Mike
Yeah.
McCarthy. Mike McCarthy.
Oh, no, bro.
No. I think his
No
time has
more
passed. I think
Pittsburgh
no.
guys, man. I'm sick of hearing the Pittsburgh guy thing, bro. Like it just don't work,
Yeah,
man. Let that die. Let that die. No more Pittsburgh
Okay.
guys. Pittsburgh guys, like
yeah. I agree.
So the other name is Jeff Halfley.
yes,
I will say
I'm go.
I don't know much about Halfley. I'm not
I,
really
I
I was
do.
just gonna say I don't really know too much.
I'm not really familiar with his game, but that's the name I'm seeing thrown out there a lot too.
He the defensive coordinator of Houston.
Okay. And that's a yes for me. That's a yes for you, Mitch.
Yeah, that's a definite yes for me.
Look what Houston's defense is doing. I'm not saying it's all him, but I mean, it's clearly working
Exactly.
out.
He been
Hey,
on that staff. He been on
shout
that
out
staff the whole time. So
shout out to D'Amico, man. D'Amico and that staff, man.
Yeah,
They put
yeah,
together a roster, man. We didn't even talk about the game. We need to.
yeah.
But
No,
one thing that stood out to me, man, is them boys is all hitting. Petrie was in the mix all day. The littlest dude on
all
the field.
day.
yeah. He was
That's
Littlest
crazy,
crazy.
dude on the field. He was on in the mix. I like that. I like
man.
that. You know
Like
what
I
I
told
mean?
you, I
So
watched
texted
the
you
way
last
they was
night. It was like he
moving.
was in a huddle.
yeah.
I watched the way they was moving as a unit. And see, this is not the first time I watched them play. That's probably about the fifth or sixth time I watched them play.
They was locked
Yeah,
in,
Coming
man.
into the
They was locked
game,
in.
coming into the game, I was nervous about them. I wasn't really concerned about their offense that much.
yeah.
I
No, I
was
wasn't
nervous
either.
about their defense. And I was like, yo, are we gonna be able to get open? That was my first thought. And then my second was, can we block them? And that was the first
hmm
time all season
The
I felt
answer
like
was no to both.
Our O line got whipped.
Yeah.
They got
Especially in
whipped.
the second
And
half. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. Aaron was pressured on half of his attempts. Literally.
and
Every other time he dropped back,
look
he was
bad.
pressure.
Made Fatano look bad. But
yeah.
I kind of let that ride though, because this essentially was his rookie year, and he was having a pretty good year up
Yeah, it
until
was decent.
two games.
Last night was a rough one for him. Super rough game for him.
Hey, Tyson was in hell.
Yeah,
Danielle Hunter had Tyson in hell the whole
Yeah,
game.
he
yeah,
did.
bro.
It was bad, bro. That was
Both sides
whatever. I don't
though.
even want to think.
Was my man number
That's
60?
bad. Oh,
Yeah, he was
Dylan
getting
cooked.
worked,
Dylan
man.
got cooked. Dylan
Yeah,
was doing okay for like he was doing okay for like 2.5 quarters, and then
it was
floodgates
over.
just opened up. It was a wrap. It
Yeah,
was like
It was
it was
over.
Will
overwhelming. You
Anderson
could
said,
tell.
"Nah, you got like I got to remind y'all who I am real quick," and then
Yeah,
it just got
exactly.
crazy. But anyway, let me shake that. Whatever. We in the off season now for us.
Yeah,
Um, yo, so what are we thinking, man? Because if everybody's talking quarterback this, quarterback that, I don't think we should go quarterback. But what do y'all think, man, in terms of the draft? Because I think we're at the 21st pick
That's what we said
again.
at right now.
I think so.
yeah. So my thoughts are we have to also see like they have to see who's out in free agency for skill players as well because wide receiver needs to be a must.
Yeah, we got the
Whether it's
21st
free
overall
agency.
pick.
Yeah. So
On the draft
I
pick.
know the Steelers' normal route is to go defense right away, and it's understandable. But I think offensive line and defensively overall they're young. Yeah, well, like TJ's getting older. Cam has maybe a year left, but we're still solidified at those positions with backups that are super young. Um, so I don't think defense is a necessity. I think it's going after skill players right away. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Maybe that's I'm wrong, but offensively, you're not going to win games with Calvin Austin being your number two receiver and DK being your number one dropping passes. So they need to go out and get a talented receiver if that's doable. especially at
I
21st
I
overall.
1000% agree with you, Cody. I
Yeah,
agree with you, Cody. And to be honest, I think we need two receivers. I think we need to get one in free agency
Yeah,
and one in draft.
yeah.
But offensive guard
I'm
is
trying to
is
find.
the
I'm trying
key
to
to
look
look
up the
at too.
26. I'm trying to look up the 26 receivers right now. The free
Um,
agents that are coming up. There's a bunch of dogs that are coming in the draft. So I'm just
I
hoping
know
that we
one
can.
of them. I know Tate from Ohio State is in that mix.
I want
Tate from
Tate. I
Ohio
don't
State is
know
in
if
that
he,
mix.
Yeah, the kid
yeah.
from USC.
Yeah. I think it was one from Arizona State. I cannot remember his
Yeah.
name to save my life. I don't know if he went back to school or if he was coming out,
Is that
but I know
Tyson?
it might have been. But he
I
run
think it's
hella good
Tyson.
routes. He got great hands. I was
He's the
trying to
dude that
find out who won
has
the Blitnikoff
injury.
Award this year. I hadn't even
Yeah,
seen that.
Jordan Tyson.
It is
Tyson has
Tyson.
an
Yeah,
injury
for Arizona State.
issues too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
He
if
do.
if teams can look past his like knee injuries and his injuries overall, he could be potentially really good. I'm focused on Cardell Tate right now. I would love to have him because anybody from OSU
Yeah.
shines in the NFL
Makai
for the most
Lemon.
part at
That's the
wide
kid
receiver.
from
So
USC. Um,
Lemon.
yeah,
Branch. Yeah, Branch from Georgia. He's decent. Next year, that draft class, if they do decide to come out after the third year, that draft class gonna be crazy with
Oh
Jeremiah.
man,
it's going to be crazy.
Jeremiah Smith gonna be the class of the number one of the whole draft, the whole class. Like,
He's gonna
Jeremiah,
yeah.
my boy Wingo. There's a bunch of
yeah,
guys coming. Um,
yeah.
but this year, Carnell Tate, I don't think he ain't gonna be there at 21. I don't think.
Nah, we
I don't
might have
even
to
think
Yeah, I
slide
Lemon
don't
him.
gonna
think
be.
so either. That's why I said if he
I don't think
drops, I don't think he's gonna.
so. That's where we've been hoarding all these draft picks. Could trade up and kind of do something to get one of them guys. Because if we go up and get one of them guys, like was Mason on a 1 year deal? Is Mason a free agent or did he get two? Signed a two for the
I
back
have to
end.
look. I
I
have
don't I don't
to
remember.
be
Want
look
to
that up
say?
to
I
get
want to
reminded.
say. I want to say it was two. I want to say it was two, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. Um, what do y'all think about
Yeah,
blowing?
he
Do
signed a
you
2 year
think they
deal.
blowing the roster up? Do y'all think they're gonna blow the roster up? Do you think me personally? I think Cam's gonna retire now. I really do. Because I know how their
Yeah,
allegiance is to Mike Tomlin. It wouldn't
yeah.
surprise me if TJ walked in was like I want to go. Um, you gotta think
But I
about
don't
them
consider that blowing
from
up the
a standpoint
roster.
of their age. We're not blowing up the roster,
Yeah,
but trading key members of the team like TJ. I'm not gonna say Cam because he's gonna retire. TJ,
yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, people like that. Y'all think they're gonna trade them, or do you think they're gonna actually be out?
Um,
I don't think TJ will. It's tough with him. I would like to consider him to be a Steeler for life, but he was brutal last night too. Like, yeah, he had the fumble recovery, but like actually towards a lot of the season, it's just you see that he lost a step. He lost something that he had, and once that starts going, it's what are you doing? Well, you have
yeah.
to figure something else that you're going to help the team out with, or you're expendable. And I don't want to consider him that, but if you're not performing, then you're no use, and that's just the business of the NFL. So
Yeah, I mean, because when it come down to it, if we're looking at it, Herbie's snap count got significantly decreased when TJ came back, and it's like
hmm
we know how effective Herbie been out there. He's not that
yeah,
great in the run. He's gotten better at it as the season is going on, but like it's
yeah,
just the nature of his size. He's just not really at the point of attack. They could run directly at Herbie, and their chances are a little bit higher, right?
yeah,
Well, you're better against the
Where if you
run.
think right, but if we're looking at Captain Jack, he's been able to get some great reps in there. And then we got
yeah, yep.
Herbie, and then we got Smitty. Like Smitty's gonna be guaranteed he gonna miss 3 games every year because he's gonna hurt his ankle. But
Peyton Wilson
when we
too.
look at that rotation, we look at the hammy or his ankle, one of them things, right?
Yeah.
We look at the nature of those three guys, and the Steelers' ability to kind of draft some of them edge guys. The money man looking like the odd guy out because he hasn't been, you know what I mean. And I know there's been a lot of attention to him, so that's why those other guys are able to
Yeah.
thrive as well,
Of
right? So
course,
that's the
yeah,
part. That's the part that kind of like is the downside of it as well. But he's not even winning the 1-on-ones though. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They're
Yeah.
like these guys are chipping, no doubt they're chipping, but they didn't chip him as much as they did in recent years. I mean, in the
Mhm.
past years. And TJ's not winning them 1-on-ones no more. like you said, he lost a step. So it's like we don't got to worry as much now. We got to worry about Smitty hitting that spin move over there on the other side, or Herbie hitting that little dip move on the other side now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well, the defense
so
might change. The defense may change with a new regime coming in. So
yeah,
I think that put us in a different box. You know what I'm saying? As far as TJ and a lot of these other guys that's on the team, I think the only ones who at this point right now that are really mainstays is younger guys like JPJ, Harmon, Benton, like the younger guys that's on this team. And then
yeah,
you got the
rookie
older
contract
guys
guys.
like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Cam and TJ. You know what I'm saying? Them guys up and Jaden Ramsey, if I'm gonna be honest, like them three are the mainstays. I know Jaden Ramsey only signed a deal because Mike Tomlin was there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it was
Right.
Yeah.
this is a dicey situation, like going forward. Whoever coach come in, hopefully it's a guy that they feel like they can rock with. Then we can probably go forward. But
I'm looking
that's a
forward to
hard
seeing
ask.
Deshaun Elliott. I'm looking forward to seeing Deshaun Elliott back out there.
Yeah,
I think Ramsey moving over to the safety position once he gets a full off season of that work. I
yeah,
believe him being who he is. I think he would get better if he decides he wants it. He's at the tail end of his career as well. He might
yeah.
just
He's
say, "All right,
31.
I got to play with Mike T. I'm ready to just hang it up too." Or he might say, "I could have some Rod Woodson type shit where I could really like
Yeah,
Charles Woodson type shit where I can like play 7 more years at a safety position." He's got to get
yeah,
more practice in, obviously,
Well,
at
you
that
also have to
point.
look. We also have
And
to look at
so,
it as We also have to look at it as it's great that not great, but these guys are getting older and maybe trade them or it's time to retire. But a locker room leadership is so key, and so if Cam Hayward were
yeah,
to retire, like that's a massive loss in the locker rooms because once you lose the locker room, as far as the players go, everything falls apart. So you need at least one or two guys that has control of that locker room. So if you talk about TJ Watt like going elsewhere, Cam, even Jalen Ramsey, like I don't know how he's in the locker room, but if you talk about vets leaving, who's going to be the guys to step up and take that leadership role? Because
right.
a new head coach is coming in. He's not going to have the locker room right away. If they bring in a new OC and DC, like they're not going to have the locker room. So what players are really going to be there to do that? Aaron Rodgers is going to be out of there. Like Mason Rudolph's going to be the guy to get the locker room together. Like that, I don't love that. You know?
The one thing I do know that we didn't mention it, we got to re-sign Kenny G by any
Oh yeah,
means.
no, absolutely. We
I
briefly
will put
talked
my
about it
own
last
money
time, but yeah, no question
to a
about it.
GoFundMe to get that man his money.
Hey, look, I do agree with that, but I think a lot of that's gonna go to whoever coming in as the head coach. You see what I'm saying? Because if they got guys that they want or got a specific scheme that they feel like other guys are better for, they might look at Kenny G as expendable, even though we don't look at him
Yeah,
like that because of what he did for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hey,
like you really got to
Kenny
kind of
showed like,
think
yo,
like that.
you give me some more reps, you just like I'm gonna get busy, and like
yeah,
that could translate anywhere. So I would just hope that whoever's coming
Yeah,
in would be smart enough to understand that he's valuable. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
the other thing I was thinking about is, do you think the Steelers are going to keep Omar Khan as a GM as well?
yeah, yeah,
He gonna
yeah.
stay? Okay.
I
yeah.
think so because I don't think he's done that bad of a job overall. You know what I mean? I think
No, 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 no,
he
no.
has.
He didn't go get another receiver, and he also
That's
didn't tell
yeah.
Aaron.
Well,
He didn't
but
tell
that's what we're
Aaron
going
he
to be
needed to throw the
talking.
ball to
Yeah,
Pat Fryermuth either. I don't like that.
Hold on, he tried to get another receiver. It wasn't from a lack of trying. He tried. He ain't succeed. I don't think he was trying to
I
give
don't
up.
like it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said this last at the end of the last season, going into the season. I really felt like he wasn't trying to give up none of those draft picks because he knows that the draft is in Pittsburgh. I
mm,
really feel like that, and I feel like Rooney probably something. Hey, look here, bro. You try to make that trade. Don't you give up on them damn draft picks. We
yeah,
got 11 or 12, and all of them in this draft is in Pittsburgh. Yeah, let me keep
yeah. I
those.
mean,
We need to be the
I could
one
definitely see
drafting all
that.
the time.
Yeah. Do y'all see us trading for any of these guys, man? I've been hearing about guy Ayuk was on the list. I'm like, why
We don't have to
they
trade
didn't
for
go?
him. They about to cut him. You know that, right? They about to
Yeah,
release him.
Yeah, he getting cut. But like,
and
Is he
I
still in
don't
the
want to
gym? Is
go.
he
I
still
don't.
working out? Like,
We
what is he?
only
he's
thing
so
I've been seeing him
2024.
doing
Like,
is
I'm good on that.
riding past the damn stadium, blasting music, looking crazy as hell on some AB type shit. Like I don't
Yeah,
Yeah.
he posted in his story driving reckless and all that. Like, that's not something
like
that I think this team should be adding on at this point. But I
nah,
No.
know
bro.
that it's gonna. I know that it's gonna be like Pittsburgh doesn't look very attractive right now to incoming people. You know what I mean? It does not look attractive. So that's where I look at, all right, well, this head coach, whoever's going to be coming in, has to be looking at this as a complete rebuild, like in 2, 3, 4 years, right? And we know that the Rooneys don't mind waiting because that's what they. It's only been 3 head coaches in the past 70, 60 years.
Yeah.
So like whoever's coming in got to understand, hey, this, like you said, blowing up the roster is going to essentially kind of implode already because it's like
Well, get rid of that. Get
it
rid
ain't going to
of
be the
Tomlin.
same.
Tomlin's out. Get rid of the
It ain't.
OC.
It,
Get
it
rid,
was
rid of the
never. It was never
DC.
built to be sustainable. Even over the past
Yeah.
5 years, it was never built to be sustainable the way it is. Especially because the draft has. I won't say it hasn't hit. I think defensively, when we look at the D line, the way that the way the D line is lining up, and the way the draft we hit on the O line last year a little bit.
Yeah.
Turned it over.
You know, the trenches are going to be looking pretty okay. You know what I mean? If we can keep the trenches together over the next 2, 3 years, then we're going to be okay. Everything else, you know, obviously keeping Jalen Warren on board for the next few years is good, and that's why I think Kenny will just help with that as well. You know, having them two guys, those two safety valves. Pat is, I think, got 2 or 3 more years left. He just signed an extension last year, or the year before. Um,
Mhm.
so like those guys are good. DK got 2 more years on his contract, but like
Yeah. The
the
Steelers aren't going
offense
to
does
make any
not look attractive at
moves.
all.
Yeah, Steelers aren't going to make any moves though until they have solidified a head coach and figure out what they're doing with a defensive coordinator and offense coordinator as well. So get guys in there that other players really want to play for, and
Right.
make the Steelers a team like other guys want to come to. You know, so that is going to dictate a lot, obviously. So get those things set. And then go from there. Now you can start looking in free agency. Now you can start thinking about making trades before the draft or after the draft. You know, so get those things in
Man, this
set then.
is this is like I'm still going through the stages of grief. Like this is something that is a day I never even felt like was gonna ever come, yo. Where Mike Tomlin
Yeah,
was gonna not be a coach of the Steelers. Like that's just this is the day that mm, is one of them days that I've been talked about throughout the year. Like yo, even last year I was like, yo, if something don't like Mike is not looking good for you, maybe you know what I mean. But
yeah,
like we here now, and this is like I don't think it really hit me yet. Like he's not the coach no more. Like that's
yeah. Like
crazy.
when
The
when
one
when
good
Cowher
thing
left,
about it
I
is
was in
Austin will not be there.
oh
I, I
yeah,
know that. I know that. I know if I
So
don't
you
know
should be
nothing
you should be
else,
dancing right now. You should.
if I don't know nothing else,
yeah,
I know I will not have to worry about seeing quarters to cover four on 3rd and 3
yeah,
But you
no more.
scaring me. You scaring me because I know Arthur Smith is interviewing for head coaching jobs. And boy, I tell you what, I'll be on my way to Pittsburgh if they do that.
yeah. I don't I don't
I don't
I
think
don't
that's
think they'll
happening,
I don't
bro.
think they'll do that. No,
I'll
That
be
but I'm
staff
with
gonna be
you. I'm
gone.
with you.
I'll be
That
I'm
on
with
my way
you,
to
staff
Pittsburgh
EJ.
if they do that.
Yeah, I'm with you,
Me and
EJ. Though on
Cody
the
riding to
dark
Pittsburgh
times,
listening
we
to
don't.
Tupac the whole time. Death
We
Row
have to.
Tupac too, not the poet, the
I'll
aggressive
meet
one.
y'all there. I'll meet
Well,
y'all there.
we have to. The thing is, the
We've been
thing is,
playing
we have
NWA
to. We
whole
have to
time.
grieve. We haven't finished grieving yet. All right. You know, when
That's
Cowher
this
left,
is
I
Nah,
believe
anger.
I
nah.
was like a
That's a stage
freshman
of
in high
grief.
school. Yeah. When Cowher left, I believe I was like a freshman in high school. So I might have made eighth grade. So like my fandom wasn't obviously near what it is
Yeah.
now. You know, I'm coming up on 30 I'm coming up on 30 years of
Mitch, you're
Steeler
you,
football.
you're old head, Mitch. You're old head, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all
So
young
like
as
when he
shit.
left, I was like, damn, who's gonna replace him? Who's this Mike Tomlin guy? And now over the 19 years, my fandom has grown. I've come to understand the game more. Like I watch every single Sunday or Monday, or whatever day they're playing now. And now Tomlin left. It's like I feel like I'm getting broken up with, like like now a divorce after 19 years. I don't want that. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
Kayla and I are in 19 years of marriage, she goes, I
I
want a
got used to it.
divorce.
got used to this.
I'm gonna be crying. I'll be like, no, don't leave.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I
yeah,
get it.
a
Y'all
couple more
was,
days of grieving.
I was a grown ass. Look, I was a grown ass man. I was married. I when Tomlin came, I think my sons was like 2 and 3 years old. Now one of them about to turn
Man,
21, the other one about to turn 22, playing college football, all this type of shit. I'm a
wow,
grandfather.
That's
A whole
that's
crazy.
lot did
crazy.
happen in these 19 years.
A lot happened in 19 years, bro. Not a lot,
Yeah,
yo.
a whole lot.
I was in college. I think I was like a sophomore in college,
No, actually,
something like that.
I think I was a senior in high school. Actually, now that I look back, because it was '07 when Tomlin took over. So yeah, I was going
Yeah,
into senior year.
'07.
Yeah, so I was a little bit
I
older.
was '07.
I was 20 years old. See, that's crazy.
I
You were
was
like 35.
27. No.
Damn.
I ain't that damn old, Cody. I was like 27. I was like 27, 26, 27, something like that. I was somewhere in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Yeah,
starting that fatherhood journey. I was just starting for real. Hold on now.
yeah.
I was about three or
But
four years into
this
that thing
hurts.
now.
Yeah,
Thinking about it.
yeah. This hurts, and a lot of fan bases didn't have what we had with the head coach, and a lot of fan bases can't say that. I know, obviously, our rival can say that with with Baltimore, but a lot of teams in any
Mhm.
sport can say they had a coach for 19 seasons. So salute to him. He
Yep.
did an amazing job. I hope the rest of the fan base wishes him the absolute best in whatever he decides, whether he's going to come back to coaching, whether he's going to go to television, whether he just wants to spend family time. Um, best of luck to
Yeah.
Mike T, and salute to everything that he did for Pittsburgh.
But for me
Future
personally,
Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, no
I
doubt
need
about
Mike to
it.
go into I need Mike to go into TV so I could keep my content roll. Because
That's
then
Yeah, I
there's
was about
another
to
hilarious.
say, bro. I
bang.
was about to say, you gonna
Because
change? What you gonna
if you
do,
go
man?
to
It's gonna
another
be
team,
EJ and friends or something. What we gonna do, bro?
if you go to another
Yeah,
team, then I can't be not Coach Tomlin no more. Because if he becomes not Coach Tomlin himself, then I could stay not Coach Tomlin. You feel me?
you're gonna have to
Yeah,
be E and J and friends. You're gonna have to
If
start
he
drinking a
just
different.
if he decides he wants to go somewhere else, I'm gonna have to revisit
you got to
my
sit the bottle.
content
You got to
plan,
sit the bottle on there, Cody. You got to sit the E and J bottle on there. E and
bro.
J
Listen,
and friends.
Exactly, E
20.
and
A
J
matter of
with
fact,
friends, right? I like
it's
that. E and J with
2026.
friends. That's your backup. That's your backup.
20 years ago, the last time I drank E&J, bro. That's a story for off camera, but never do it again. Never do it again. I got to
I,
refigure my strategy though. Mike Tomlin better chill out. Mike, go call it a career, bro. Big bro. Matter of fact, we need to do a DNA test too. I talked to my
yeah.
dad. I said, listen, uh, you like 16,
Oh
you like
God.
16, 17 years older than Mike. Where you was at? You was out in Virginia at some point, wasn't you? Like, let's talk
He's
about
down
that.
there. He's like, you was down there at Virginia Beach down there doing some wild shit, wasn't you?
Yeah, yeah. And he was in the army. He was in the army early too. You know, the 70s. You know,
Ooh,
so
Oh yeah.
we gotta talk about
ooh,
that.
We gotta talk.
ooh,
I already told him. I said, "Pop, DNA test, man. Go ahead." Um, but yeah, it's been I would say it's been a fun season. I- It, it I don't know. Yo. We beat the Ravens to win the division. That was excellent. But the
Beat him
whole
twice.
season, bro, we beat the Ravens twice.
he was twice
We
Yeah.
won the division. But like this season, man. Uh,
up and down, up and
Yeah.
if we could look at a meter for how many years I probably lost from this season alone, it's probably pretty high. And I said I wasn't going to buy in because I did not like the idea of having Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback.
Oh
Some
yeah,
instances,
I forgot about that.
some instances it looked great. Some instances it looked absolutely see. That's what I'm talking about. And yesterday was one of them seeds. That's what I'm talking about. Because as soon as DK dropped the pass, he said, "I'm not throwing him the ball no more." And
Yeah.
and like you know, and for some reason he didn't like Pat Fryermuth at all season until the fourth quarter. There was just a lot of things I don't
He
even feel
doesn't
like
really
getting
like tight
into.
ends, I guess.
It's just too many.
Well, he loved
It's too many
Darnell.
things I don't even feel like getting into about that game. Shout out to D'Amico and them. Hopefully they make the run. They got to finish doing the Lord's work, beat the Patriots this weekend. And then I'll be happy again at that point. Until then,
It
we're
was
gonna
it was
figure out what's gonna happen with the head coach position. Um, I
it was
don't
just
know that
better.
the Steelers are gonna make a decision anytime soon. But once these names start getting snatched up, they're gonna have to do something. Hopefully, they're not waiting too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, I've heard Mike McDonald coming in as an OC, but somebody else coming in as a head coach. Um, Mike McDaniel, sorry, McDonald is the guy in Seattle. McDaniel from Miami coming in
Oh
as an
yeah.
OC, the run game coordinator. Um, I wouldn't mind him in that role as a head coach. He doesn't seem to be like a leader. Um,
Nah,
he was another name that was like floating around.
I'm not even
We'll
gonna
see what
try. Yo,
happens.
I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may because it's gonna be a process. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
You're gonna
good
drive
for
yourself
finding
crazy thinking
and
of who.
digging. Yeah,
listen,
Yeah.
it's
listen. They've been 3 for 3 so far, so I'm gonna have to just trust
right.
that they're gonna do the right thing. You've heard, but
Yeah.
also I know it's not the same Rooney that's making this decision, so
Yeah,
that's the
Yeah.
part that's gonna be tough.
that's what I was saying
True. Yeah.
before. I'm be honest. I don't really trust them totally to get a coach. But what choice do we have?
Yeah. Hey,
Will our next coach
shout
be
out to
black
Mike
or
T,
white?
man. Listen,
Well,
it got to be a black guy.
Mix.
it's got to be. It's got to be.
He gonna be mixed.
It's got
Because
to be a
if
black
not,
guy.
Mixed
because
coach.
if not, it's gonna be like a not whatever show, and I'm gonna have to wear like a wig and shit, and I don't want to do
Hey,
that.
if it's a light skin, we're gonna have to figure it out, I guess.
You gonna have to
You know what I
dye
mean?
your hair black.
If it's
Yeah.
Marcus Freeman, I'm gonna have to get the spray paint. I'm gonna have to
Oh
get the
my
spray paint.
god, yo,
Hey, hey, if he do that, I do it with you, bruh. I do it with you just. Come on, Cody, you gotta get in on that one.
I'm gonna get the spray paint, and I'm gonna get the fake curls on top and all
Right?
that.
I'll have my barber do that when he
Get
edges
some
me
S
up.
curl.
Yeah,
Get the S
Denzel.
curl popping. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do
Get
all
the
that.
S curl popping, bruh. Some soul glow and everything. We be in there. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's been a hell of a season. Mostly
hell of a
bad,
season.
but hey, we beat the
Yeah,
Ravens twice and we won the division. So hey, they can't say nothing to us. You heard? That's it,
yep.
Right.
and that's what's important to me. Um, but I feel like keeping it going during the off season, not as often, but with different updates and stuff, we can
Yeah,
go up here and
absolutely.
share
When
our
things come
thoughts about
about.
it. Um,
Yeah.
so what's your prediction for the rest of this playoffs before we get off?
Man, these games are still
I haven't
so
even
good.
processed. Yeah.
The-
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is the best playoffs already for
Houston
at least
need
the
better
wild card
play.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. I
I think
agree.
the winner's going to come out of the
I
NFC, and
agree.
I think a lot of people think the winner's going to come out of the NFC. So I'm going to go with the winner of the Rams and Bears is going to the Super Bowl. That's what I think. That's what I think. I
Yeah,
don't really.
that's not
I'm
that's
not a huge believer in the 49ers or Seahawks. I don't know what it is, and that's crazy. Three NFC West teams are in the what's it, divisional round. So no
That's
conference
fire.
round.
That's
Yeah,
fire. I don't
but
I
I
don't
think Rams
trust
or
Sam
Bears, the winner of
Darnold.
that makes the Super Bowl.
I don't trust Sam Darnold. I don't trust C.J. Stroud. So them defenses, as great as they are, C.J.
Yeah,
got lucky yesterday. C.J. got lucky yesterday. He
yeah, he
cannot play
did.
like that again. They're gonna get blown out because them boys in New England, they're gonna house them things. You know what I'm saying?
and
Yeah,
Darnold's going to see ghosts at some point.
I was texting Cody yesterday. I said, "Listen, we need a turnover, but we got to actually scoop and score it. Like that's the only way we're gonna get a touchdown." And
Yeah,
unfortunately, I was right. But CJ go out there in New England and play like he played yesterday. They getting ran
they
out of
gonna
there
lose.
because
Yeah,
Drizzy gonna capitalize. Even if
yeah,
they capitalize with three, that defense is tough too out there at home. So they're gonna be
definitely.
in trouble. And then Buffalo, man, Buffalo's going to Denver. Them defenses are too. Are, Denver defense is tough too, but can't trust Bo Nix. Um,
No,
so I think that it's looking like the Bills and the Patriots in the AFC title game. That's where I predict it, and then
I like the Rams and Seahawks in the NFC title
The
game.
Rams and the Seahawks. It'll
Part
be an
three.
NFC.
I gotta root for my mom's team. I got my second favorite team, the Bears, playing. So I gotta stay with Mama Dukes on that one.
Yeah, I like the
I'm rooting
Bears,
for
man.
them. I
My
think the Rams
man's
win.
my man Lance, man. He's a Bears fan. You know, he been praying for days like this for many years. Um,
Yeah,
I don't know. They just
Your
dodged a
boy,
bullet
your
with
boy,
that
your
comeback.
boy. That's a Bears fan. Yeah, yeah. I forgot
Exactly,
about him. Yeah,
exactly.
shout out to him.
Shout out, shout out to my dog, man. I can't. He can't even get excited about it. I'm like, yo, let's go Bears.
yeah,
He's like, nah. One week at a time. We will see how it goes.
it's
I
hilarious.
can feel
You
it.
know.
I feel that. I feel that.
But we understand. You know what I mean. But
Yeah.
I think the Bills are gonna get there. Um, I don't know. It depends on the defense they play. If they're playing against the Niners, then he might be okay. If you got to play
Oh,
against the Rams or the Seahawks, he
Yeah,
might be in trouble. I don't know if the Bears are gonna get there. Um, I don't. I would like for them to get there. I don't know if the Bears are gonna get there. But I
yeah.
think, like you
I
said, I
think
think
they're a year
whoever
or two
makes it out of that,
away. I think they're a year or
whoever
two
comes out
away.
of the NFC West is probably gonna. I think they're gonna end up winning it. Is it gonna be
Yeah.
Shanahan's time to finally get one? We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Brock
y'all
Purdy
got
did not play
y'all got
well
the
either.
Seahawks. I mean, y'all
So
got the
Mhm.
San Francisco 49ers winning the NFC.
I don't.
I got
I got
Rams.
the I got the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Well, no, no, check
I
that.
want the Bears, but I think Rams.
It's
So I'm sick with that. I think it's gonna be Rams
yeah, I think the
Bills
Rams too.
in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go with who I think that are the two best quarterbacks. Right now. No shade to Drigme whatsoever. He's had a phenomenal season. MVP runner, nominee for a reason, but experience matters, and I think Buffalo beats the Patriots
Experience
in that.
matters, man. Josh showed it. Josh showed it the other day, man. You know,
Yeah,
like
I agree with Cody.
Stafford
it's hard.
showed
It's
it.
hard to bet. It's hard to bet against him, yo. You know, it is what it is, man. That's a bad
Yeah.
boy. Like so, and he got to go on the road the whole way to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we seen what that felt like. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
twice.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
So
fellas. Well, enjoy these games the best that we can. Now we don't have anything to worry about, sweat about, get nervous about. So there's nothing.
yep, get to
We
watch
can
this
just sit
stress
back and
free.
enjoy. Yeah, stress free, and hopefully, we get the playoffs continue to be as exciting as they've been. So
Yes, sir.
Saturday and
Mike
Sunday,
T.
I'll be tuned
It's
in.
like I lost my best friend, yo. Sad.
I
Hey
know.
man,
Ah,
salute to Mike T.
my guy, Big
Salute to my
Mike.
Absolutely.
dog.
I'll talk to y'all soon, fellas.
All
All
right,
right, brother.
fellas. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Peace.